Life of Saint Anthony, Part 7. This was Anthony's first struggle against the devil. Or rather, this victory was the Saviour's work in Anthony, who condemned sin in the flesh, that the ordinance of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. But neither did Anthony, although the evil one had fallen, henceforth relax his care and despise him. Nor did the enemy, as though conquered, cease to lay snares for him. For again he went round as a lion, seeking some occasion against him. But Anthony, having learned from the Scriptures that the devices of the devil are many, zealously continued the discipline, reckoning that though the devil had not been able to deceive his heart by bodily pleasure, he would endeavor to ensnare him by other means. For the demon loves sin. Wherefore more and more he repressed the body, and kept it in subjection, lest happily having conquered on one side he should be dragged down on the other. He therefore planned to accustom himself to a severer mode of life, and many marveled, but he himself used to bear the labor easily. For the eagerness of the soul, to the length of time it had abode in him, had wrought a good habit in him, so that taking but little initiation from others, he shewed great zeal in this matter. He kept vigil to such an extent that he often continued the whole night without sleep, and this not once, but often. To the marvel of others, he ate once a day after sunset, sometimes once in 2 days, and often even in 4. His food was bread and salt, his drink water only. Of flesh and wine it is superfluous even to speak, since no such thing was found with other earnest men. A rush mat served him to sleep on, but for the most part he lay upon the bare ground. He would not anoint himself with oil, saying it behooved young men to be earnest in training, and not to seek that would enervate the body, but they must accustom it to labor. Mindful of the apostle's words, "When I am weak, then I am strong. For," said he, "the fibre of my soul is then the sound when the pleasures of the body are diminished." And he had come to this truly wonderful conclusion, that progress in virtue, and retirement from the world for the sake of it, ought not to be measured by time, but by desire and fixity of purpose. He at least gave no thought to the past, but day by day, as if it were the beginning of his discipline, applied greater pains for advancement, often repeating himself the saying of Paul, "Forgetting the things which are behind and stretching forward to the things which are before." He was also mindful of the words spoken by the prophet Elias, "The Lord liveth before whose presence I stand today." For he observed that in saying today, the prophet did not compute the time that had gone by, but daily, as though ever commencing, he eagerly endeavored to make himself fit to appear before God, being pure in heart and ever ready to submit to his counsel, and to him alone. And he used to say to himself that from life of the great Elias, the hermit ought to see his own as in a mirror.
If you are enjoying this series, please consider making a donation to the St. John of Damascus Orthodox Educational Initiative. We are asking the faithful to support our scholarship fund, which will help ensure that an education based on the Orthodox Christian faith and following the classical model is available to all interested families of our eparchy and other like-minded Orthodox Christians, regardless of their financial circumstances. We are also asking for donations to help us make renovations and improvements to our new physical headquarters, located on the property of the Holy Ascension Parish in Bearsville, New York. Please see the link in the description of this video to learn how you can donate and support the future of our church, that is, the youth of our church. God bless you. Through the prayers of St. John of Damascus.